My name is Mr. Anderson, and you're coming in to us watching Kickstarter Talk, the show, the only show that I'm aware of that shows indie comic book titles, creators, and all different amazingness from Kickstarter coming to you on this video so you can help support indie comics. And speaking of supporting indie comics, it only takes $1 to actually support a Kickstarter, believe it or not. That's all you need to do is give them $1. And it shows support, it attracts attention, funds projects, supports creators, and helps create new worlds. Some creators you could help today are Eric Cockrell, who's gives us 7 reasons to back Dulce. And we're going to see what Dulce is in just a few minutes. On today's show, very quickly, we're going to have Dead Duck and Zombie Chick, Dulce, Johnny Scotch, the Children's Vampire Hunting Brigade, the Resistance, Tits, Interdimensional Taxi Cab Service, 6 and 7, Fly Day the 13th, The Few and the Curse number 4, Paranormal Investigator Showdown number 2, and Chase number 1, Lily the Diminus, Armor 1, Issue 3, Twilight Hotel, Penny for Your Soul, Frontera, Luminous Age, and Walls, A Tale of Medieval Horror. Now, we're going to get into the show. We did get a copyright notice, and I just remembering now, I actually didn't bother remembering where those were from, which was weird. We're going to start off with our top Kickstarter, which is going to end tomorrow. We're going to start here, and we'll go back beyond that, and we'll see as we're running it. I'll try to have Shazam running, and I'll see if we get ourselves in trouble. If we're getting ourselves in trouble, I'll pull the video and I'll just narrate some of it. But here it is. And yes, that's my panel right there on our main wall, by the way, where you can see me put on the panel at Daytona Beach presents how to make and promote comics in 2018. Colton's asking copyright issue. Yeah, on YouTube, as I play some of these videos, if creators are using copyrighted content, meaning the songs have been copywritten, we get an email from YouTube. Now, the issue is that last year we had gotten hit with so many because there were so many creators not paying attention. We were penalized, and we actually lost access to our actual YouTube account. A lot of you guys will remember, and that actually wound up really hitting me more than anyone else because I wasn't able to use my own the one that I had built, the fan that we had been getting on for my own Kickstarter. How much does that suck? So it is what it is. I'm not going to bitch and whine. There's no reason to. But we're going to go on with this. I know there's no music in this, and I'll go grab my other phone so I can play it and make sure that we're staying compliant throughout the video. Because I know if Shazam hits it, that means this will hit it. It's a trick for you guys. If you play a video or a music you want to use for your video and you use Shazam and it comes up on Shazam, 90% of the time you can't use that music.
Hi, this is Jay Fosgett, comic book creator, worked for Marvel Comics, Boom Studios, IDW, and SourcePoint Press, who published Dead Duck and Zombie Chick. The comic book came out a couple years ago. It was a big success, and most recently we created a radio series based on some of the stories that I created for the comic. We did 4 episodes and recorded it all in Toronto. It turned out awesome, and now we're doing a Kickstarter to release it on vinyl. That is record albums for you old fogies like me. So the majority of the albums will have my artwork on them, and then we'll be doing a limited amount, which will be blank, like the Beatles' White Album, that I will be drawing on as a reward. And we have some other artistic rewards as well, and it's going to be really awesome. So I encourage you guys to contribute to the Kickstarter, and hopefully we'll have more Dead Duck episodes in the future and more Dead Duck comics. Oh, one more thing. We're going to have a special wearable that will be part of the Kickstarter that will have digital comics on there and all the episodes. So you really want to get on board with that. I'd never even heard of it. I thought they were making it up. It's real. So help us out. Let's make it all happen. Thank you.
Got to see Jay at C2E2. Great guy, great creator. Has worked, like he said, all over the place, doing great stuff. This is an interesting project. I definitely am a fan, as I've backed it myself, and I'm looking forward to it. There were too many things to pick. That wearable's so awesome. I still got time. I might actually go to the wearable. The wearable is really cool. And what the wearable is it's this USB drive that just becomes a bracelet. So you guys can check it out more on our site, of course, and you can see who's involved with it. And you'd also check out our in-depth look on it at Kickstarter Last Rites, which we filmed this week, issue 17. It was all about Dulce. Check it out today. You can find it in This Week in Indie Comics. Dead Duck and Zombie Chick radio show, vinyl pressing. The comic book comes to life in this epic recording. Get the vinyl pressing of Dead Duck and Zombie Chick radio show to have and to hold. So we're going to move on with our show right now, and we're going to go to our next contestant, which is Dulce itself. Now, I know for certain that they have the rights to use this, so if this is getting us banged, that's okay. I can actually fight it. There is music attached to this one. If it plays.
What if it turned out that every supernatural conspiracy theory was true? Roswell happened, Area 51 is real, aliens are conducting experiments on Earth, Bigfoot exists, and strange things are occurring 2 miles below the surface of the Archuleta Mesa in Dulce, New Mexico, at the mysterious Dulce base. My name is Eric J. Cockrell. You may know me from my work on Blister and my Adhesive Man work in Defective Comics. I'm back with an incredible new comic called Dulce by an incredible team. This book is created and written by myself and creator Gene Hoyle.
Hi guys, I'm Gene, writer of the amazing Gateway Runners and Labyrinth of Bones. This book promises to be even better than both of those, so check it out.
The line work by Greg Warrencheck.
Hi guys.
And colors by Avery Ferdinand. Hi. Bring this awesome tale of science fiction fantasy vibrantly to life. Rounding out our creative team are Mike Wagner on letters.
Hello everyone, I am Mike Wagner and I am the letterer for Dulce.
And Chuck Pinois as editor.
Hey! Oh, and it's Pinot. You know, like the wine?
Every penny of this Kickstarter effort goes towards the art team, continue on the series, and towards purchasing print copies of the book and promotion. Please take a look at what we have in store and pledge at dulcecomic.com.
Why am I stuck down here in this hole? Forced against my will, I do all the stupid crap I'm told. And then travel through time and watch it unfold. All I want's to be hanging with my friends, not fulfilling a Reagan protocol. Co-workers and I try so sometimes it gets fair. And my assistants are painting my blood down here in Dulce. Accepting this as reality, it's for my own good. At least that's what they say. I guess being stuck down here is just my destiny. I don't give a flying heck about evolution anyway. I'm praying for the Earth's evolution to come today. Set this whole thing world straight, let the living soul run free. Instead of doing a good job, I'd rather do a good deed. Cross my fingers and hope it all comes its way back to me down here in Dulce.
All right. And of course, Dulce, which I'm finally getting it right as we're about to end, has been an amazing project. The New Guy comic book is Marcus, which is actually the title. It's the new Dulce, the New Guy comic book. And it's, Marcus begins his first day at a mysterious base with reptilians, fear deities, Prima, I've heard it and I always screw it up, monsters, and a variety of races of aliens. And Eric is updating us, only $969 away. That is amazing. 70%. So, but 70% is not good enough. It's really not. We need it to be 100%. So why don't we do something cool? Now, normally on Kickstarter Talk, we get you the videos, we go through it. We don't have a lot of videos today. There's one that's not even a video. So we're going to take their time. And we're going to see why Eric said that he has 7 reasons to back Chimera. Chimera? KY. That's key, right? No, Chimera? Huh? Close enough, I hope, Chuck. Here it is, Dulce. I'm finally saying that name right. Of course, this is the promo stuff up here. They have the 5 reasons. You get instant rewards. They are giving away 16 pages of Dulce Visitors Guides to our backers within 24 hours of backing this project. So you get the inside scoop and learn about the world of Dulce prior to the release. There's the fast reward delivery. Digital rewards will be sent out within 48 hours of funding delivery, and products will ship in May and June. The book is amazing. Absolutely. They put together an amazing cast of characters with real genuine interactions, an intriguing, mysterious base, and some incredible hijinks. It's a 20-page color comic book, and unlike Marvel and DC, it's 20 pages without 10 ads. Pretty awesome digital rewards. Not only do you get the visitor's guide and the comic itself, but you also get 2 audio track songs based on the comic book. That is kind of badass. Experience the future of Dulce as it happens. That's right. Backers are invited to take part in the future of Dulce by joining the secret Dulce Basecamp Facebook group. That's right. Interact with creators, talk behind the scenes, or about the actual stories that inspired the book. Enjoy the special perks. What are you waiting for? Go ahead and back it. And I agree with that. All right. Why? We asked Eric, why did you feel like you need a Kickstarter to help launch this project? And will your goal, if reached, cover all the cost? Eric answered back to us, Kickstarter offers access to an audience outside of your normal circle of friends and creates a sense of urgency around sales. A lot of money went into putting together this art and getting printing done. And it is all covered if we are successful, allowing us to move on to more stories in this rich universe, which is awesome to hear that there's a bigger universe. And we asked, how did the creative team behind this Kickstarter come together? And we were told by Eric, I went to Gene Holly about developing this idea with me. He jumped on board right away. Then we approached Greg Warnachek about doing the line work for the book. I had worked with him a few months before, and as he did some line work on Blister, Hot for Teacher. Then we asked Mike Wagoner to letter and Chuck Pinois to edit, and they all were in. Avery was an amazing addition to the team. Originally, I was going to take on coloring the book, but I didn't think I could do it and run the Kickstarter at the same time while also developing the next book. So I tested Avery on some pages, and it ended up being amazing. So that's pretty cool. I dig that. What do you believe separates your Kickstarter from the thousands of other Kickstarters out there? Honest question, right? Eric answered a very sure and confident. You won't have to wait for it for a year or 6 months. I dig that. This thing is sitting with a printer right now. It's all complete and ready to go. It's also one of the most professional quality indie books I've ever seen. I believe that so strongly that I don't mind saying it at all. It's top notch. Have you read Fetish Babies, Eric? Have you? I'm just kidding. It does look awesome. I really, really dig it. I'm a big fan of it. I'm on board. You guys know I'm on board. I wouldn't be advocating. So I advocate for anyone, but when I really believe in something, my advocating goes through the roof. And you guys know I'm advocating hard for this. And yes, if you really must think of me hard advocating, do whatever you have to do. That's what I'm doing. Is the Kickstarter the start of something bigger, or is this just a must-have one-shot? Eric answered us, it's the start of something so damn much. It's the start of so damn much. Oh, it's the start of so damn much. I think right now we have rough plans for 3 6-issue seasons. That's pretty cool. And some plans that are even further from those. I hesitate to say story arcs because we are making them self-contained with some light carryover. That's interesting. And are the stretch goals important to your project, or just your way to give back to the backers? Eric said, we are so close that we're happy to fund it with our regular rewards at this point. But if we roll out some stretch goals, they are fun. If we don't, you'll see them sooner than later anyways. And we asked, if you saw this project pretending it wasn't yours, what would you do? What would you think of it? And how would you react to it and why? Eric said, I'd buy the hell out of it. Aliens, monsters, hybrid, sci-fi, conspiracy, self-contained story, giant rabbit monster. You had me a giant rabbit monster right there. Fear deity. It's all right up my alley. And then finally, we gave the question to Eric. What inspired the story? He said, it's been fun assembling a superhero team of indie creators. There is not a link on our team, and that is inspiring me. As I said, the concept is right up my alley. Not all conspiracy theories are about inside jobs and pizza parlor brothels. There are a lot of really fun ones, and quite frankly, some of them just straight up grounded in fact. It's fun to intermingle the two and shine light on the things that people may not be very familiar with. And here's Marcus on his first day of the job. And okay, those were 7 great reasons, I have to say. So Eric gave us his pitch for the story. It was strange things are said to occur 2 miles below the surface of Archuleta Mesa in Dulce, New Mexico, at a mysterious Dulce base. It is everything they say, or is it everything they say, or is it worse? And Marcus begins his first day at the mysterious base with reptilians, fear deities, chimera, monsters, and a variety of races of aliens as friends. Who needs enemies? Well, of course, there's one of those too. Oh, boy. It's a great project. We actually gave you the 5-page preview, which you can find on Kickstarter. It's now on our site as well, because I really think the 5 pages will win you over. If you haven't read the 5 pages, you don't know what you're doing, because you got to read the 5 pages to understand how amazing this is. Eric is, of course, the co-writer and co-creator along with Gene, and Greg joins them, of course, with Avery and Michael and the great Chuck Pinois. Not Pinu, but Pinois. So that is this amazing project. We used up probably a little more time than we should have, but too bad. I like the project. That's what happens when I like projects. I get to take more time on them. No, I'm just kidding. This is seriously a project with some amazing creators, and they deserve the time. That's just the truth. This creative team has been supportive of the indie market, and they could use a little extra time, so we gave it to them. Seriously, I challenge anyone to explain why these guys don't deserve the time that they've gotten, and they won't be able to explain it. So remember, all angry emails can be addressed to idon'tcare@yahoo.com. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You can send them to writtensins@yahoo.com. I love getting nasty emails. Moving on to our next Kickstarter on our list, we're going to check out Johnny Scotch, The Sound of Justice. There it is. Don't you hate load issues? I think everyone just got home on my block and is playing video games. Here we go.
In the 4 years since Johnny Scotch came to life, I've expanded his jazz noir landscape to include short stories, novellas, and a series of comics that will soon be a graphic novel. It's now time to bring the soundtrack to Johnny's pulpy world into the light and share the full experience with everyone who has supported this project since the beginning. Johnny Scotch, The Sound of Justice, is a collection of pieces written by Thomas Barber and myself, based in and around the Johnny Scotch world. These pieces incorporate the writing in a spoken word format, backed up by my Scotch-fueled jazz rock fusion band, fronted by myself on trumpet. The backers of this project will be treated to special incentives ranging from Johnny Scotch comics, books, prints, and ultimately the music in either digital form or a beautifully packaged CD. So join us as we embark on the next installment of Johnny Scotch, with Johnny Scotch, the Sound of Justice.
And who wants a tall glass of Johnny Scotch? Johnny Scotch, the Sound of Justice, a pulpy musical vision of the Johnny Scotch world. Available now on Kickstarter. Moving on to the Children's Vampire Hunting Brigade All Souls Day, the gothic adventure inspired by real-life global vampire incident, a punk rock Buffy set in Scotland, the brigade's final stand. Let's take a look at what's up against the brigade today. By the way, they're fully funded, so congratulations.
Hi, I'm writer David Lucarelli, and this is the video for our Kickstarter.
That's life, isn't it? You don't get what you want, and then you die. What if I could fix that?
No, it can't be. We killed you. You're dead.
Yeah. Join.
The vampires are a disease. They corrupt everything they touch, including us. Come at me, lad. Let's see what you got. Overextend like that, and you're done.
We found these from Edinburgh to Paris. Identical markings. What does it say?
Janice is coming.
Who is Janice?
Their queen.
What is he? You say you know who we are. Do the math. No, please. I'm begging you. You can't do this to me. Anything but... Who's there?
It's settled then. The brigade will make its final stand in the southern necropolis on All Souls Day. The Children's Vampire Hunting Brigade All Souls Day. Kickstarter March 20th through April 30th.
So now I probably should have tried to check out that that music just to make sure it wasn't there. But I mean, this is really the last time we're going to see it on the program, I think, because they end on April 30th. And yeah, we're not going to see them again on the show. So I guess they got by if it is what it is, but I'm not sure if that music was taken. I know Johnny Scotch makes his own music, so I'm not going to say that they did it. We're going to move on to our next amazing Kickstarter, but congratulations on successful funding for the team. We're going to go to the Resistance Kestrel, which ends next Monday on May 1st. The Resistance Kestrel #1, as Kestrel corporate weapon designer Erin Harthorne uses her position and skill to fight for those that have no one else who will fight for them. And here we go. Let's check out Kestrel.
Hi, I'm KJ Kaminsky. I'm the co-creator, writer, publisher, and letterer of The Resistance and Hyperaction. I'm here today to tell you about our next exciting high-action science fiction comic book starring Kestrel of The Resistance.
Kestrel made her debut in The Resistance, the broadcast offensive series. We saw her aid Interval and the Resistance in their struggle to expose the secret criminal alien leadership of the Tokyo corporate state. In the Kestrel one-shot, we go back a few years to tell the story of Kestrel's first interaction with Interval and the Resistance. As an executive weapons designer, Erin Hawthorne finds her position affords her the ability to help those in need. See Erin take her first steps as the burgeoning hero Kestrel, while she discovers how best to fight for those that no one else will fight for. This 28-page, full-color comic book one-shot is written by KJ Kaminsky, with artwork by Jason Johnson and colors by Teo Gonzalez, featuring a special variant cover by Gus Vasquez.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to check out our Kickstarter. With your help and support, we can continue to make comic books starring these high-action science fiction heroes.
Very energetic creator. You got to check out. I did a more in-depth, of course, on all these Kickstarters on Kickstarter's Last Rites. And I got to meet this gentleman, the creator, at C2E2. He's a great guy. I really appreciate the energy and the effort that he puts into everything he puts out there. So I'm a huge advocate for this guy. He definitely has got it all on the line. He's very serious about his creating. And you can see that he's got a bigger plan and a bigger universe. And I really appreciate and respect the hell out of this guy. So I hope you take the time to at least donate $1 to Kestrel today. At the end of the show, of course, because I got a few more Kickstarters to let you in on that you might not have known about. So if you can just give me a few more minutes, I'll get you through the day. Sorry about the coughing during the video. But we're going to get you out there right now onto the next Kickstarter, which will be the Trans Interdimensional Taxi Cab Service issues 6 through 7. Which features Kick-Ass Cop, Drunk Cosmic Cabbie, and Irritable Cat Navigator. Issues 1 through 5 are also available through this Kickstarter, just as a heads up. This is Tits.
Welcome to another edition of Transmigrant Interdimensional Taxi Cab Service. I'm Colton, one of the creators, and this is the Kickstarter for issues 6 and 7. We have a lot of unique rewards this go-around, including a tier that allows 2 backers to be featured in the comic. You'll have speaking roles, and we'll use your likeness and your name. For newcomers, there's the first 5 issues as well as the new ones, and we have posters, wall scrolls, and metal prints, as well as other rewards. So check it out.
Such a huge fan of this property, to be honest with you. I've always said that it belongs on Adult Swim. This is something that seriously belongs there. And if you have not caught up with the original first 5 issues, now's the time to jump on. I'm telling you, it's some funny-ass shit. Kind of reminds me of Dulce being funny, you know, the other Kickstarter that I know you're all going to support and back by going there today, right? Friday the 13th, I don't have a video for you. We're going to quickly go on to this one. Friday the 13th, pack your bags and win your way over to Crystal Pond. Fishing, swimming, camping, decapitation, and mass slaughter. Don't you wish you were here? Absolutely amazing. Click here for terror. And this is Jason Voorhens. I like that, Voorhens, is terrorizing campers at Crystal Pond in this one-shot full-color comic. Check out the opening pages and cover here. You have to click here for terror. So definitely check it out on Kickstarter. We don't have a video to show you, so we are going to move on to The Few and the Curse, number 4. Join the redhead in her hunt for the Crows of Menelin. In this epic supernatural Western, issues 1, 2, and 3 are also available. Isn't that cool about these Kickstarters? They offer you the whole library, and I think that's very important. I think any creator who's not doing it is missing out on a huge opportunity. How amazing was that, right? Don't I bring you guys some of the most awesomest shit in the world? That's right, I do, because we bring you indie comics. All right, guys. Now, this creator has blown everything away. He's just taken off on social media, proving that Kickstarter is far from dead. Speaking of creators showing new worlds and life on Kickstarter, the Evolutionine brand keeps bringing you some amazing titles. And they're not stopping yet, because they're bringing you Paranormal Investigator number 2 and have teamed up with another, I guess, publisher to bring you the to bring you Chase number 1. Paranormal Investigator Showdown returns with the second chapter, and Chase is just beginnings. So let's take a look. Doesn't that look fantastic? I know you guys are excited. For those of you who have already read PIS number 1, you know that you're in for a treat. But I'm really excited to see about Chase. Chase looks fantastic. I can't wait to get my copy of Chase today. And I suggest you guys hurry off to Kickstarter at the end of the video to back that, Dulce, and basically every other Kickstarter is shown on the show. Let's check out Lily, the Demoness, and how she got off of one Kickstarter to be here on this show with her very own Kickstarter, asking you shall receive. The Demoness Lily Ardart now has her own series. Oh, there's no video on this one, so I guess you guys are beat on that. Sorry, I forgot there was no actual video for this. So we'll try to dig deeper next week on Kickstarter last rights for it, but it came from the Necrolism Kickstarter, I think. Necrolopolis Kickstarter. She's pretty badass. I really like the outfit. You got to check it out on Kickstarter to get more details. And we'll have more about it next week on Kickstarter Last Rides. This gives us the opportunity to move on to Armor 1, Issue 3. And Issue 3 is all about how Earth is being invaded because someone's looking for the Kaizen weapon. And if you back Delia Blast, you can actually have the opportunity to get this exclusive print. Check the Kickstarter for more details.
Ryan, let's
It's an amazing project brought to you by the Evolution brand, by the way. For those who don't know, some of our exclusive art seems not to be working. Kickstarter is funny. Sometimes it'll let you have the art, sometimes it won't. But you can see all the amazing stuff by suiting up and helping Armor get funded by clicking here. We're going to move on. Ooh, that got big fast. We're going to move on to the Twilight Hotel, followed by Penny for Your Soul. Now, the Twilight Hotel Complete Volume 1 horror comic book series, the production of Volume 1, Series 1 through 4 as individual comic books, as a single horror hardcover book with horror and art from Czar and more. Here is the Twilight Hotel.
Hi, my name is Rob X. I'm the writer-creator of Twilight Hotel, a new horror comic book series from Square Biz Entertainment, a company I started about a year ago with my business partner, Daryl Smith. I hope you don't mind, but I'm going to use these notes because I got a lot of stuff I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, Twilight Hotel is a 4-issue comic book series that tells the story of a 100-year-old West Florida hotel that has a very, very sinister past.
I live in Southwest Florida, so now I'm worried it could be near me.
Built on what used to be the most notorious plantation in all of North America, where thousands upon thousands of African slaves and Native Americans were murdered in ritualistic ceremonies. And I should also tell you that it is the home to an ancient evil deity named She, who has the ability to lure, influence, and subject people to their darkest nightmares. They come in many forms, such as man-eating bedbugs, psychopathic gangsters, serial killers, zombies, and worst of all, themselves. The stories contained in Twilight Hotel are dark, humorous, bloody morality tales. If you're a fan of the Twilight Zone, Tales from the Crypt, you'll love Twilight Hotel. In 2017, we ran a Kickstarter campaign to raise funds to help with the printing, distribution, and to help raise awareness for Twilight Hotel Volume 1, Issue 1. I think that the response that we got was fantastic. Through this new Kickstarter campaign, we're trying to raise enough funds to bring you the rest of the series, the complete series. Now, today, we have a little extra help. Chet Zar. You may have heard of Chet. If you haven't, I don't know why. Chet Zar is considered the master of the dark art. Prior to his career in fine arts, Chet had a successful career as a makeup effects artist. He worked on such films as Planet of the Apes, Hellboy 1 and 2, The Ring, Darkman, among many others. In addition to Mr. Zar, we have two amazing comic book artists, the Brown brothers, hailing from Belfast, Ireland, Ryan Brown and Adam Brown. These two brothers have worked for just about every top comic book company in the business, including Legendary Entertainment, DC, Dark Horse, Vertigo, IDW, Image, Marvel, Heavy Metal Mag, Zenscope Comics, 2000 AD. They have been involved with such projects as Justice League, Neil Gaiman's American God, the Alien franchise, Judge Dredd, Creepy Comics, Gears of War, Mars Attacks, Ninja Turtles. We are very excited and very fortunate to have artists of this caliber working with us. Through this Kickstarter campaign, we're going to be offering some amazing rewards. We're going to be offering buttons, stickers, t-shirts, limited art prints by each of these artists. Oh yeah, and the comic books, we're going to be offering them as a set or as single issues. Finally, I just want to say thank you to everyone for taking the time and checking out our campaign. We appreciate every dollar, every dime, every pledge. Without you, this could not be possible. So thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy the series.
I love this guy's shit. I'm going to read it.
How do you like that? I know that if you're like me, you're like, wow, that's a great video. That's how you do a Kickstarter video. I love that. I need to write a list from now on. My goodness, time is not up. You can get your own room at the Twilight Hotel. Let's check out A Penny for Your Soul. Pestilence Chapter 3, Social Media Darlings, The Knights of Templar are in Hell, fuck them, and the Babylon 7th Angel host takes flight. Let's check it out. Some sexy art there. Let's see some stretch goals. Let's see what's going on with this video. It's from Big Dog Inc., by the way. My goodness, if you're like me, you're like, wow, what did I just see? As a matter of fact, I'm going to give it to you one more time. It was only a minute. Watch it again. Right? Like, aren't you like, what did I just see? Check out Penny for Your Soul, Pestilence Chapter 3. Click here. Don't sell your soul to get the book. Just back it on Kickstarter today. We're going to take a look at Frontera, Flash of Dawn, followed by Luminous Age. Now, Frontera, Flash of Dawn, a fair-flung, roundhouse-kicking, blaster-blazing, fist-pumping, head-banging, space-bending fantasy set West of Forever. And I know I missed Just. Don't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Welcome to the Flash of Dawn show. Today we are presenting the planet of Frontera,
known as the Pearl of the Universe.
On Frontera, there are 5 clans of alien species, each resembling different animals.
But this flourishing planet is being threatened by the Fearless.
They have destroyed many worlds, and word has it that Frontera is the next on their list.
But never fear. The unison of Allegiant Stars is sending its mighty Tagma to face this threat.
They will be escorting the Arcus Solidyne on its maiden voyage to Frontera. Speaking of Frontera, we have the discoverer of Frontera, Best Frontera himself, to shed more light on what you can do to help this project.
Brochachas and Brosevskis, please provide a standing O to the king of catchphrase and the metal Meshuggah himself, Best Frontera.
Yo, that's the franchise Frontera here. And I'm here to talk about that new ultra cool comic project by AJ Kincaid and Star-Crossed Comics called Frontera, Flash of Dawn. Venato Computron will give you the hype.
Synopsis for Frontera, Flash of Dawn. Some thousand tomorrows have fallen, and we have risen to master the cosmic skyways and conquer the unknown. With our mighty Tagmatas, we maintain order and rule with an iron fist against all who would destroy our unison and the sanctity of the universe. Within the shades of the limitless void lies a silent nemesis set to devour the whole of the heavens, and a champion has awoken. Abbreviated synopsis: Kill Bill meets Fifth Element. A far-flung, roundhouse-kicking, blaster-blazing, fist-pumping, head-banging, space-bending fantasy set just west of Forever.
You know it's mad ace, cause I'm in it and worthy of support. And we ain't talking about undergarments, Jabrevskis. And faster than you can say, bro, keep up. I'm at the crossroads where Best Frontera, the metal Meshuggah, tells you what's in it for you other than dropping a little skrilla. First off, $5 snags you a digital copy of Codex 1. The second tier is 10 spot, and that one is the hard copy. The third tier is at 20 clams, and you get poster A on top of all your previous loot. The fourth tier is at 50 smackaroos, and you get poster B and Makota's patch. There are more tiers where that came from, depending on what you want to be able to give to this sci-fi spectacle. Tronny, time to shine.
Thank you, franchise. In conclusion, we thank you for receiving this audio-visual transmission. Please join us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Doesn't that look cool? I like the video. I really give him a lot of credit for that video. That video is kind of badass, man. So, speaking of badass, check out the Luminous Age, which is about dragons, monsters, and surreal fantasies sublimely painted, epic adventure, wizards and creatures, and many myths from cultures fighting for nature. Discover a new form of magic. This is Luminous Age.
Imagine you have the power to turn your wildest dreams into reality. What would you create? Hello, I'm Grant, an award-winning fantasy illustrator Anthony Christou, the creator of Luminous Ages. Luminous Ages is a fantasy series that I've been working on for the last 4 years, and the first graphic novel is coming to completion. The story is about the first planet in our universe, Equatoria, where dream magic manifests into reality really fast. There are 13 dream gods who created the universe, and the nightmare and tranquil dream mages are fighting to gain the allegiance of the most gods.
What makes Luminous Ages special is that there are 3 types of dream mages with unique abilities. These are the Captivaries, Luminaries, and Chosen.
The story starts with a young mage Thrakos who discovers his mother saved the planet Equatoria in the last Great War, but she has gone missing. He goes on a hero's journey to find his powers and to find his mother. It appears he is the main character, but as he ventures, we see the Luminous Ages story has many subplots and many amazing dragons and creatures who join the team.
Luminous Ages is important to me because I wanted to make a fantasy series that has wizards of many cultures and backgrounds with female and male character leads. Luminous Ages also has environmental messages with nature mages and an alliance of wizards with a unique type of magic fighting to save their planet. This story expresses my passion for the genre of fantasy and mythology. I've created this series to give a new voice to fantasy. By representing different cultures, I've expressed environmental messages through this comic as it is a topic dear to my heart, and my aim is to entertain and touch readers on a deep level with positive messages. This is my dream project, as it has allowed me to explore my imagination with no limits and bring a different voice to the genre of fantasy.
You may ask, why now? The book has been written, most of the art is done, and I have also been accepted into an Australian government-funded program called Match Lab, where every dollar up to the value of $10,000 is matched. This means I can devote my time fully to finishing the last pages and the print production of this book to make it look gorgeous.
I have amazing rewards, which include commissions, papercraft dragons, collector cards, gaming mats, and other cool stuff. Please check out more of the exclusive rewards below and help to make Luminous Ages a reality. Thank you for your support.
Isn't that fantastic? I know you guys are excited. I am too, and I like that. Hop on down to the rewards. Speaking of hopping on, let's hop on to our last Kickstarter, The Eating Walls, a tale of medieval terror. This is set in the historical fiction horror past of the Black era of the Black Plague. Let's check out what this means.
In my nightmares, I am alone. God has abandoned me. But when I wake, it's much worse. The world outside is desolation. The world punished for having forgotten the word of I have come to know this age by the sadness of it. I have come to know myself by struggling with the sins it inspires. Just as this plague has gripped tightly the people of this land in its fist, so has its curse fallen on my heart and blackened my soul, which I had cultivated as pure, pointing upwards to the kingdom of heaven. Pure, I no longer am. Europe is shadowed by clouds of smoke from the burning dead, and ashes rain upon those left alive. The Black Plague has vanquished over half of our people. We that living fearfully cling to our faith, believing the blight of the land to be punishment for our transgressions. The wages of sin are death, and death is what we find in common. Death is the language of God and the music of his voice. The people flock to reliquaries, where pieces of our saints are held in gilded reverence. They pay their penance in the form of monetary donations, giving what little they have to further the only institution which still thrives in these broken lands. The Church. I make my own penitence, cloistered behind these walls, cut off from the world in an effort to contemplate the nature of God and atone for my sins. In the shadows of my seclusion, I wait for salvation, but my visions of the God that I serve are changing. I am beginning to understand that I am not alone.
Walls will be a new graphic novel from the mind of Zachary Anderson of Dark Elf Designs, captured in images by Joshua Mitchell Taylor of Gigglemania Studios. This story will be a foray into one of the darkest times in human history, focusing on an original, complicated central character. In this thrilling and demon-haunted world, even the brightest spark of hope is only a shadowed glimmer on the tooth of a predator.
All right, guys. Well, that's the show. Normally, we would go back and actually go over the whole list, but I didn't feel like there was a lot of value to that. So I think that it'd be better if we actually just played on our way out Kickstarter. Let's pick one that's about to end pretty soon. Let's pick, I don't know. Let's do Dulce. Because this video is going to play and Radio Chick and Dead Duck might be off the air. So we'll go with Dulce. Let's play the Dulce video on our way out today. And then once it's done, we're done for the show. But if you want us to advocate for you, please send us an email at IndieAdvocates@yahoo.com and tell us how we can advocate for you. And this is, of course, Dulce. My name is Mr. Anderson, and I am the advocating voice for Indie Advocates.
What if it turned out that every supernatural conspiracy theory was true? Roswell happened, Area 51 is real, aliens are conducting experiments on Earth, Bigfoot exists, and strange things are occurring 2 miles below the surface of the Archuleta Mesa in Dulce, New Mexico, at the mysterious Dulce base. My name is Eric J. Cockrell. You may know me from my work on Blister and my Adhesive Man work in Defective Comics. I'm back with an incredible new comic called Dulce by an incredible team. This book is created and written by myself and creator Gene Hoyle.
Hi guys, I'm Gene, a writer of the amazing Gateway Runners and Labyrinth of Bones. This book promises to be even better than both of those, so check it out.
The line work by Greg Warrencheck.
Hi guys.
And colors by Avery Ferdinand. Hi. Bring this awesome tale of science fiction fantasy vibrantly to life. Rounding out our creative team are Mike Wagner on letters.
Hey everyone, I am Mike Wagner and I am the letterer for Dulce.
And Chuck Pinois as editor.
Hey, oh, and it's Pinot, like the wine.
Every penny of this Kickstarter effort goes towards the art team, continue on the series, and towards purchasing print copies of the book and promotion. Please take a look at what we have in store and pledge at dulcecomic.com.
Why am I stuck down here in this hole? Forced against my will to do all the stupid crap I'm told. To play with DNA, then travel through time and watch it unfold. All I want's to be hanging with my friends, not fulfilling operating protocol. My co-workers and I trust soul, sometimes it gets scary. And my assistants are pain in the butt down here in Dulce. Accepting this as reality, it's for my own good. At least that's what they say. I guess being stuck down here is just my destiny. I don't give a flying heck about evolution anyway. I'm praying for the earthly revolution to come today. Set this whole thing world straight, let the living souls run free. Script doing a good job, I'd rather do a good deed. Cross my fingers and hope it all comes its way back to me down here in Dulce.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure that you back Kickstarters today. And another great way to support indie creators and their comic books, as you can hear Fatherhood's calling me, is to go to Comic-Cons and support them there. My name is Mr. Anderson. Thank you for tuning in. I got to go be a dad.